What city in Italy are you from?
Venice.
Oh, okay, Venezia.
Venezia. Sorry for my English.
No, that's okay. It's not bad. Okay, what is the
Thank
weather over there?
Now it's raining and it's very cold for the season. It's 15 degrees. I don't know what they did in the United States with the HARP system or something strange.
Well, the HARP system is for sale. It's closed down. So the HARP system in Alaska doesn't exist any longer.
No?
No, it is dismantled and it's gonna be sold for pieces.
For pieces, HARP system?
Yeah. You are a businessman and you think about eventually.
I can build everything.
Why didn't you approach Andrea Rossi?
My life is not free energy. My life is to change the system. But the electricity is the base of the pyramid. Without this, we can do nothing.
Yanis,
Nothing.
yeah, but you said that you have a lot of friends in Europe, especially in Eastern Europe. So you've been in contact with those people, right?
I'm a businessman, normal guy, 10 years ago.
Okay, fine. One of the ways that you see changing the system is getting the free energy device, which nothing is free in this world because energy must come from somewhere and be changed to usable form of the energy. Only thing is that we don't have to pay for that energy. So
exactly, because the system, in the top of the pyramid, the system, they not pay nothing.
Well, yeah. I agree.
The system is controlling.
The lower level people are paying for the higher level, and at the end of it, you have a certain amount of the triangle that those people don't pay for anything. The amount of wealth is accumulated to the certain degree that they are just rich, and they don't have to do anything. Okay, so well, but the money controls the people, right?
Yeah, the money is just the way to control the people. Another way is the energy.
You take care of the energy, and then you're gonna be ruining the existing system. The pyramid is no longer the same pyramid. Everything is ruined. What would be the system that you propose in place of the old one?
Harmonic, totally harmonic. But it's not just with technology. The 80% of your day you're spending to survive because you have to pay the bill, apartment. 60% you pay energy because the food that we are eating is made from electrical energy. Yes.
Not only, but yes, partially yes. I would like to keep the conversation in the brackets of the energy, and eventually we can go to the philosophy of it. The governments wealthy. They have not much of pleasure of being wealthy because if you have everything that you want to have, what else you can have that will give you the pleasure? With the girls, with the any kind of activity, with visiting any part of the world. So now you're actually having a problem. What can you can have do that makes me happy because I'm already happy. When you take the person that is hungry and eats 1 meal a day, that person, when this person has a chance to have 2 meals a day, now he's happier than he was before. He might not be very happy, but at least happier than he was before, right? You agree with that? Now he's being offered to have a meal 3 times a day. Now he said, wow, I'm so happy. After a certain period of time, 3 meals a day, he doesn't see it any longer. Now he says, well, now I would like to have something else. Maybe the girlfriend, or maybe I would like to have a car, or maybe
you know what, which is the point? For sure that with this kind of technology that we have, it's boring. You can move, you can go around. How many media are in the world? 6, 7, 8? By the big company.
The big companies, right? Media.
Yeah. All these media are control everything. All the people that are watching the TV, and the people, they are busy every day to pay this, to do this, but they can't cover nothing. And from this point, the people start, they fuck me all the life. This is the real revolution. Without war, without nothing, because the people have the power. But all the people, they give the power to the system. I don't want to fight with the system. I do my business. Which is my business? Sell the energy to the system with small device, make money, make another device, and become bigger till it's too much to cover, to destroy, too much.
And if the system doesn't exist, who you gonna sell the devices to?
And if we reach this point, will be a new system because we are thinking that the
That's why
system
I
is
ask
good,
you. That's why I
but
ask
the
you.
system is good or
Yeah,
not?
yeah, but that's why I gave you very much specific questions. Let's say one system stops to exist. What system would you propose to
Will
be
be
replacement for it?
harmonic.
But
It's not just, it's one word, love, but is if we reach a level that we have to eat for free, it's become a pleasure, you know? And I saw a lot of people, they are changing now.
don't you think that those people who are rich on the top, there is nothing more that they can have because they have everything.
But this materiality.
You gotta understand, world is materialistic. Those people don't have to work because they have people working for them. Think, if everybody is that happy because everybody is having everything what they want, who's gonna be working for it?
We don't have to work.
Why?
We improve the real technology that we can have. We don't need to work.
Oh,
What means work?
no, you say machinery and the technology would do things for us and we don't have to do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now question is, what makes wealthy person to educate himself? He has everything what he wants. Why should he even go to the school? He's supported for his life. Young Hilton, which is the owner of the Hilton hotels. Young Hilton.
Paris, yeah.
She was 16, 17 years old, and she is the successor of the family. So what makes her reach for PhD? In other words, if you have a people who have everything, they wouldn't have an incentive. Okay, you have and a reason to educate themselves. By that, they wouldn't be able to improve the technology. So if you see that harmony comes from the point that machine will do for the people all of the production and the delivery of the food and whatsoever, and we don't have to work and we have a harmony, nobody works, it's utopian, don't you think so?
I don't think so.
So what is that you think? How would you picture harmony?
Harmony. If we start to say the truth, how it works is.
I don't believe so, because if you sleep with your friend's wife, you cannot say the truth because he's gonna be very much disappointed.
Oh, I risk that point of my life because I'm boring.
If you say the truth to your friend that you are sleeping with his wife based on Italian understanding, you would have a problem. So you cannot say the truth all the time.
Yes.
So that's one point of the utopia that cannot exist. There will be never word of the harmony. It doesn't exist. It's not gonna be feasible and it's not gonna be realistic. Okay, we cannot have a situation in which everybody is rich and the machine works for you.
Okay. But in this point of view that you have, that everything's by science, no?
Yes, but also by philosophy.
Okay, philosophy and science. Tell me why me, Philippo, 10 years ago, I dreamed the future. How, when, exactly happened? How by science? Explain me.
Well, I don't know because I don't know what you dream at first. You say 10 years ago you were sleeping and you were having the dream there would be a prophecy you would see what's going to happen, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay. I'm not denying that that might happen from the philosophical point of view, but I may say that you had a certain dream. Dreams are not necessarily true. You could dream about anything and everything.
No, but you know what I dreamed? Was in 5 of August in 2004, I dreamed that my grandma had the cancer in the stomach, and I dreamed that in the 18th of October of that year, she will die. 1 week later, my mom called me and she was crying and she told me, your grandma had a cancer.
So now you're saying you believe that you have a certain special ability.
I know if, yeah.
You can foresee the future.
No, I know I can't see. In that happened 2 times in my life. After now, I can channeling. I can read who really you are. It's because our body is energy. One cell of us is 1 point.
I gotta be in the area. I can go to the philosophy based on a physical argument, or at least models. One of the models is Big Bang, how the Earth and all of the planets started. Then we have a certain theories about weak force and the strong force in the atomic structure. In the atomic structure, in the nucleus, we have a weak force and a strong force, but they don't know what this force comes from. So by that, they admit we have it, we can calculate it, we don't know what it comes from. The same time, okay, with the Big Bang, one source of the energy, and it's rapidly spread and made the planets or whatsoever. In the result of it, they don't really know exactly what it happened, but this is a comfortable model. So I want to talk to you based on the certain models.
What you are?
What am I? I'm a human being.
Okay, yes, and but your form. What is micro and macro? It's the same.
So you say that we have a microscale and microscale, and both of them are alike. They are very much similar. That's what you're trying to say, right?
Yes.
You want to create a harmonic system.
I don't wanna. Me, I'm nobody. I'm not the head. I'm nobody. I'm the last guy in the world.
Which is good.
You know what? You know what? That I'm born in my life. I pay my university. I start do business. I had money. I spent money, and nothing was nothing for me. I wasn't happy. You understand? All the materiality for me is nothing. But see one guy, one woman, one man smiling in the morning, for me is everything. You understand?
Yes,
it's why you are speaking with me.
Because I'm curious.
But Linus send you an email or something?
No, he didn't. I asked him if you are from Linus. He didn't respond to me yet, but I tend to believe that you got a contact from Linus.
But thank you very much, because I feel like I'm a small kid that I don't know, it's strange for me. Thank you very much.
That's okay, no problem. No problem at all. So your system of harmonic would not work. People need to be hungry in order for them to be able to have a need for food. If they would not need to work for something, they would be rich, they will degrade.
Do you think that we are alone?
If we are alone,
That the human that are the only.
no, the nature. See, the nature is you have a cat and you have a dog. The cat wants to have a food. Once he get the food, he's lazy and he wants to sleep. And then when he see the rat or the mice,
By the nature, the humans, no, who they are?
Mammals.
What? Sorry.
Mammals.
Okay, but you feel that we are animals.
Humans, no, humans are animals, right?
Yeah. The animals, they are working.
No, they're working because they have a need. If they don't have a need, they would not work. See,
the movies make.
Yeah, the movies make the life, rich life show.
Sure. Trust me.
No, yeah, but
I had the money a lot.
Yeah, but what I'm
unhappy. So
yeah,
what means?
Yeah, but I'm trying to tell you something. Okay, that's how they picture the rich life. Being on a beach, nice sun, 2 girls, or 3 girls, or whatever. Picture of that rich life has nothing from education. They just need to have a son, and it has nothing of productive time spent. A girl or two girls or three girls, the dream of many males, you spend time with them, but at the time you're not educating yourself. You're using your energy from the food that you consumed in order to satisfy needs of those women, and eventually using your wealth of money in order to fulfill the needs of those women, but that has nothing of education. That word that you're picturing in front of me is utopian. It's not gonna work.
Isn't in the past for sure not.
Yeah, but even right now, it's not gonna work. You cannot have a
Yeah,
people
okay.
having everything because they would not deliver.
Okay. But what do you think about the food of the alimentation? The milk for the humans. You think that it
The food is acronym and the milk is acronym. I'm talking about any need at all, including sexual needs and the needs to go to the bathroom. Is something that makes you to do it. The
okay?
word that you're picturing in front of me is not working
But why?
because people need to be in a mass to deliver in order
Why?
to build those machinery that you're picturing and those devices that you're picturing.
Yeah, but not me and you, right?
Well, I happen to work with my brain.
Yeah, but sure. But this discussion is for other people because you know that you are not like this.
You got a point here. There are some people, how big percentage, I don't know, but there are some people who dream about the wealth different way. What
Yes.
would be if I have a unlimited amount of money? What would I do? I wouldn't buy the new car. I wouldn't have a new wife because I'm satisfied with my wife that I have, and she is extremely young and beautiful for so many years and never had a fight. She didn't even show me the face. And that's uncommon because I didn't meet in my life any couple, married or just a couple, who would have the same. Some like tomorrow. I would hire 10, 20, 50 guys just to move all of my stuff to the new lab, which will have a mechanical part, electrical part, electronical part, a chemical part, a nuclear part. And I would give the job 8 hours a shift for 24 hours, and they will present to me the results. And I would be able to have at least one guy or two guys with me, and we would be analyzing those results. And that's for the benefit of the people. I wouldn't care how much money I spend or how much money I make on it, till now I have to take care of myself. But most of the people, at least this is my belief, unfortunately, when they have money, they will not like to work and not like to educate themselves.
Okay, how many people you know?
Well, I would. How many people? What?
How many people you know that they will want to live like we want? Because also you want to live in harmonic world.
See, I am very much strange person. I
Yeah.
don't I don't watch TV at all.
Also me, I don't watch TV because
Okay.
it's
I have the information from the internet and from the radio. But for me, moving from point A to point B could
if
happen with the 20 years old car, and I'm gonna make the same money if I go for the money. Then if I have a Lamborghini, the thing is that that money that I spent for the Lamborghini is waste, cannot be used for the science. What was your question? How many people are like me, or how many people are like not me?
how many people are like you or like me?
Well,
Because also
I can only talk about myself because I don't know you. Percentage wise, white people like me must be extremely small because I don't know one single person who would love to do it. I have a friend, a scientist, who would like to help children.
I'm not talking about your job or your attitude. Like you, like human. You are a human, a person that you want to live normal. We in a different world.
Yeah, but again, we're talking about what is wealth and what is normal. So could you please tell me what is normal for you?
Normal for me, don't pay for service normally service. For sure, you want a Lamborghini, fuck, you pay. The system have to stop to control the people because this is the problem.
Yeah, but the problem is that you're creating a problem by stopping the system. In other words, you don't offer really a good system that would be the replacement for the old system. You think I don't want to pay for anything, and that's everybody who.
Not that you don't pay for anything. There is some service that for me have to be free. For sure, there is meritocracy because we are. It's true that we are saying not all people is in the same level. There is people that they are fighting for the money. They kill for the money, for sure. Normal people, not. So, but if we have a level that something is for free, it's guaranteed, like a roof in the head, like that we can move, food.
Yeah, but again, don't you think that that makes people lazy?
No.
Why not?
Because the people are lazy. The people, they are not thinking.
Well, because
the system is there is thinking.
Okay, why people are not thinking?
Because they are sleeping.
Why they are sleeping?
Why your brain is working?
Because I have no choice. I have to finish the crap that is around me, and yeah, I see finishing the crap that is around me by giving to the humanity a source of the energy that doesn't have to be paid for. Now somebody say, what or who makes me having no choice? It is dissatisfaction with what I have around or see around. And so let's say I'm at a certain level, and if I use an acronym or comparison, 3 meals a day, I would say I'm not in a position of 1 meal a day, I'm not in a position of 2 meals a day, I'm in a position of 3 meals a day. If I have a food, now I can survive. I have a place to sleep. I have a place to do my lab work and scientific research. At a certain point, I see, okay, I have all of the basic. There will be always that super rich want something they don't know yet. They want to have a power. So what that you have a zillions of dollars if nobody knows you? You want to be respected, but most likely not all of those rich people are brainy people.
No.
It is sometimes that those people were just born rich, like Hilton.
Yeah.
Although I cannot state that if she is smart or not smart, it's not my business. What I'm saying is that those people don't have to deliver anything else. So they want to be known, they want to be in the newspapers, they want to have a power, and they want to rule because there is nothing that gives them the pleasure. So now we put that as an acronym of 3 meals. So now they have a power, they have a money. Those are the 3 meals of the rich people. What else they can have? Pleasure of being unjust. That means being above the law.
Yeah.
Which happened many times. So my understanding is, in the whole of the discussion, you didn't deliver the schematic that would be the replacement for the existing system. But if you're asking me how would I eventually fix the world, very simple. You want me to make this energy device, sell it to you or give it to you, and then you will sell the device to an energy company.
Not the device. Just the electrical energy, not the device.
Oh, okay.
Just money, and this money I can put in new research.
Okay. How would you picture apocalypse?
There isn't apocalypse.
But if there was apocalypse, how would you picture apocalypse?
For me?
Yeah.
Destroy everything.
Look to that picture. Imagine that you have a scenario. Tomorrow, at 12 o'clock, in a midday, nobody's gonna buy gas, natural gas, gasoline, oil, or any kind of energy because they have a very small device, like that big device. That for the apartment you need 3 kilowatt hour.
Yeah. 5.
Yeah, okay. And for the house you need 5 to 10 kilowatt. Now the cost of that device is about $30, 30 American dollars to make it. And if you want to sell it, it's about $1,000 would be good profit, but let's say you can sell it for $2,000, $3,000, there would be a number of people who immediately wants to have that device instead of just waiting in line. Within 1 week, all of the gas stations will go about to bankrupt. All of the tankers, all of the delivery guys, all of the refineries, all of the middle guys, and 100 million of Arabs will go hungry. At the same time, all of the nuclear power stations that we have in Italy, in Poland, in Russia, in America, whatever, they will not be needed. Also, they would be now needed to have a poles and the wires on the streets and beneath the streets. So those guys who are doing all that digging construction will not be needed at all, because if everybody can have in his own house that device, then there is no need for the wires, and there is no need to even buy any energy. We just saying we can suck energy from the earth, okay? Just for a moment. Doesn't matter how smart it is. People take out a gasoline engine from the cars and put electrical motor. They use the automatic transmission if they want to, but then they put a capenade device, the small device, 100 kilowatts per hour at max. Car industry is about collapse. Nobody buys the new cars. Everybody wants to have just electric motor. So those guys doing a conversion will have a job for the moment. We have billions of cars, but the car industry will likely have a problem and suffer. 33 to 35% of American population without the work. Take electrician without the work. Tree industry, which is wood industry, no poles. Copper is becoming as cheap as impossible because nobody needs copper. There is no need for heavy cables. You only need the house installation. So now think how big is the copper industry and how much copper do we already have, and could be just remade to anything else, but nobody needs copper. Nobody needs all of those metal brackets, bolts, and transformers. Now this part of industry is being hit. Nuclear power station, electrical power station, all of those guys are without the work. Natural gas, all of those pipes, all of these guys not needed any longer. Anybody could have electrical stove and heat it. Is it possible in this scenario that if you tomorrow introduce free energy, it is gonna happen till it change to something else? Yes or no?
Yes.
35%, 33% of the people in America, and 30%, 35% anywhere in the world, people without a job. But at the same time, those people who still have a job, they say, hey, I pay my credit cards and I don't spend for the energy. So let's say I have a 30% in my pocket more because I don't spend for any energy. Now I'm going to pay my credit cards. So now they, instead of paying minimum for the credit card, they pay credit cards, and credit card business disappear. They collapse. Some of those people would say, hey, we are 65% of working people, and we're feeding 35% of not working people because government has to take care of them. We have mortgages, they have mortgages. We have a credit cards, they have a credit cards. We have to pay for the electricity, they have to, but they pay nothing. We pay for them. How about if I think differently? Police officer and army soldier, they work for the government, but their wives and their sons are civilian. And let's say those wives says, you want to go against the nation. We're getting to the point in which government don't have the power to scrutinize the people. And then one of those people say, I'm not going to pay my money for my house. I'm not going to pay my money for my car. If those people who 35% don't work because they lose the job, they don't pay, why should I pay? And now we're talking about banking system collapse. What would that be then?
Where is your soul? Where is your dream? You think that only you are dream a new world? A lot of people are dream a new world.
Well,
we are more. It's not like it's.
Soul is just the word that describes something that is imaginable. That means something that may or may not exist.
Yeah. Okay. You think that when you will die, you will stop exist?
Well, that depends from the opinion. I believe that if we go with the materialistic science, we would die and there nothing is left. But if we go with the spiritual values, then a soul eventually goes somewhere.
Yeah, but what is this the soul?
There is, for some
And
people,
how you are made, you know?
well, for
You are
some,
made.
yeah, well, you're asking me a spiritual question.
I mean,
So,
it's not. No, it's not spiritual. It's
uh,
physical.
soul,
Because you're made. No, how is made your body? You're the human. Okay, now we are talking. How we? Because it's very, very. It's complicated, but it's very easy and logic. Everything has to be logic. Always. No. So now who is talking? Filippo. No. You are hearing my voice. Yes or not?
yes.
But this voice is coming from where? From the head, from the how many
Yeah, but you're changing the subject. We were talking about the soul.
no, it's not. Yes. What is this soul?
So what is the soul?
It's sphere like this of energy, of input, of a lot of information. That this is what is
And where do you think that ball is
yeah
located?
of the soul
Yeah.
here.
Why here? Not here. Why that ball is not located in your private part?
because it's not.
Why?
Because we need for the reproduce it. Because this is in the middle.
Who told you that it's in here?
I know
How do you know?
because I saw it.
You saw it.
Yeah, because can I tell you something? Okay, during the day, for example, how many things you are doing? A lot. Yes or no? In the end of yes or no?
Yeah.
A lot. A lot of,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, but you remember all the time what you are doing.
What that has to do with soul?
Soul is your conscious. Is the active part of you. This is soul. Soul is
The conscious is electrical impulses in my brain. That's my consciousness.
yes, but this is another part of you. For example, when you are driving, you are thinking.
You know, but why this energy is a ball? Why it has a shape of ball?
Why is spheric?
Yes.
Because everything is spheric. One atom, everything is round. Everything.
Well, look at your
atom,
look at this finger.
yeah.
Is it spheric? It's not.
No, but all the cell, yes. That is
Okay,
made.
so you're talking about the atomic structure.
Yeah.
But why should then that big ball that you show, that is a soul, be made out of the particles? What is you say it's energy? Energy doesn't have a mass at first. By physics, pure energy, it doesn't have a mass. It may have a momentum, but it does. So then it may obey a conservation of momentum, but it doesn't have a mass.
For sure.
Okay, so my question: why do you see it as a ball? Maybe it's squarish, and why you place it in here, not in your private part?
Because I'm here that this is something that it's talking to me from here.
Oh no, no, that's only because it's a general representation of whatever religion made that representation.
No, I'm not talking about a religion. Religion for me is a bad word.
Okay, so why is not in your brain?
I feel in mind. You know what? Okay. For example, you are driving, no?
Yeah,
You do 10 miles and you are thinking.
yeah.
You are home and you don't remember that you drove. Yes or not?
Okay.
But you drove.
Okay.
Yes or not?
No.
So,
Okay.
who did these things? You or something or something else that is on you?
A question is, who did forget or who did driving? What is that you're asking me?
Who driving?
Well, I was driving, and I have a right to forget that I was driving.
No,
what's
your focus of your soul was in your head.
No, there was a focus of my short-term and long-term memory.
Okay, it's not about the memory, but your focus was in another part.
No, there was derivation or reservation of my attention to the certain things. So when we have a something that is a short-term memory or long-term memory, that's where we store that information. So let's say something wasn't.
It's not memory, it's control of you.
My wife is psychologist. I'm talking about the specific processes that are happening, and I'm pointing where they are happening. And I'm trying to keep the conversation as far from spiritual.
It's not spiritual. It's not spiritual. It's not spiritual. It's how
it's
be logic. Yes or not?
Yes.
Okay. What is the time and the space? Is it constant or not? Or is just the how we feel the environment?
So what do you think is the time and space?
For me, time and space is it's how I feel the perception of my time and space. Because for me, it's a perception.
We wanted to talk about the free energy device. So let me give you a few information that might help you, and you can make money on it. Would you like that? All of the Saudi Arabians that will eventually listen to that material I'm talking to you will be very much interested. For the past 2 years, I'm working on Colman and Gillespie free energy device, a very small tube which you can make if you want to. I'm not really telling you to do it because I gotta be careful what I'm saying. Hold on. This looks like a small alchemy stuff. Wow.
What is this?
That's a free energy device.
Free.
That's all. Simple. Okay. This one might have a little bit more than 1.1 kilowatt hour, and this one should have 1.1 kilowatt hour. My assumption is that if we have a double of the thickness of the glass, 10 kilowatts hour, and another one, and another one. And I have plenty of them. It's just one pack that I have open up here. How many? 500 maybe of tubes here, right? What do you have? Yep. Yeah, we might have about 500 of tubes. That's how it's. Oh, nice one. Nice pyramid, right? Nice pyramid. Oh, you see? I'm gonna put them together. I spread it to the friends in case something happened to me. This one is a little different in color.
Yeah.
This one was very old one. I don't know if it's good seen. It's like a stripes on it, right? Now, 1956, Colman and Gillespie patent application is free of charge. The patent protection is 20-something years and it's already expired, so it's 1956. If we add another 30 years, 1966, 76, 86. This is the empty tube. See, it's how be cold? 5 millimeters only. That's the whole device. And I don't have to sell anything to anybody. I already gave it away, and those information that I gave away are enough to replicate the device. So Colman and Gillespie, somebody can go to STIVEP STIVEP1 channel on YouTube and eventually go for Revolution Has Begun. and be able to see that. That's actually one of the devices, free energy device. Now, what that energy comes from? Well, nothing is for free in this world. I could have probably a few hundred of those tubes made out of this powder. One of the component is graphite. Look at that, I completely forgot about it. This black powder is the magic powder. Anybody can make it because the formula is on my videos, and also the formula is in the original patent of Colman. That's how much. That's probably good. This, see, that's probably good for another 200 pipes tube that we made.
CDCO2. Yes.
That's
CO and O3.
okay, fine.
It's right. Could be?
No.
No.
See, I gotta read with different glasses because I cannot read that. That's
CaPO3.
right. Calcium metaphosphite. Calcium metaphosphite. That's how it looks like. I cannot read that. Hold on. Cobalt. I'm sorry. I didn't get the right glasses, so I'm gonna show it to you. I think it's gonna be readable. Okay. Hold on.
It's not on focus.
Okay.
Cobalt. Cobalt is alloy. No, it's
This is the formula.
C.
This is how secret I am. I would see zinc. Zinc as a powder, and very much important, zinc must be conductive, not oxide. Copper powder must be conductive. If it happens that it's not conductive, you take a piece of wire from the coaxial cable and take the scissors and chop it to the small pieces. Okay. To close the tube, you need to have a regular copper bushings, which actually you can buy from the plumbing supply, but you can trim it like I did it on the lathe. It's the bushing. Those two, one and the second one, goes at the end of it. Those are the contacts. Tube requires to have a frequency of 300 megahertz to be delivered within 5 to 15 seconds. 300 megahertz, but could be from anywhere from 300 to 425 megahertz. But again, I don't recommend anybody to do anything.
No.
It's just a legal statement. Just the kind of wording that we use, so nobody can grab me by the balls. Okay, so 300 megahertz is the frequency that it was used for the communication, or it was used for one of the channels of the air TV before the cable TV came. Any generator could serve for it because the power generated doesn't have to be strong. In 1924, Hendershot did make a device that nobody knows how it works, and he presented it to the business world. 2 years later, Dr. Hofstadter, a scientist, found out that he hid inside of his device a rod from the pencil battery of this time. So it took in 1928. And there was a pencil battery that was invented by Thomas Edison in 1901. And when I went to that patent, I find out that that mixture of all of the components is pretty much present in the battery. For some reason, when he was close to the radio station, to the radio transmitter at his time, all of a sudden, his device started to give the electrical energy. Physics have a problem with Colman device, as energy of photons of the frequency 300 to 500 megahertz, which is electromagnetic waves, is insufficient to create any changes to the matter. Talking about activation of compound creating any kind of radioactivity. So what I'm looking at is any response of the matter to those signals in the Colman compound. For official science and government entities, I'm just talking gibberish. Tube, when it's activated with 300 megahertz or 300 and change megahertz, depends from the composition, start to decay. And when it starts to decay, it does have two very special shape electromagnets, and they have a shape like that. So the phase of the electromagnet is shaped like that, and then you have a tube in the middle. One of the assumptions is that it starts to decay beta particles, and this electromagnet is made to spread or disperse the beta particles to the ends of it. Colman didn't mention beta particles. Colman mentioned gamma radiation. So now we could say, how dangerous is this device? The first one.
Good, Wesley.
Made with my hands. Not that good as my friend does.
It's good. Good. Let's check the resistance.
Resistance, okay. Okay. Now putting this here. I'm putting this here. Woohoo! Working.
Good.
Okay, so now we have
What is the resistance almost?
41 ohm.
Yes.
Okay, and as a comparison, I can put it on a side and take this resistor. Okay, let's see what the resistance of this one. 290, and this would be then 43.
Good, good.
And try to apply it and see what will happen. Okay. I like it, the color. Okay. I like it. Right now the frequency 300 megahertz and going up. Okay, it's going, oops. So it rapidly goes up. It looks like it's a little bit warmer than it was, but still it's not hot. It's very difficult. What next thing is happening is that after I switch everything off, gamma radiation, it will remain constant. That means it will still make the reaction. What he thinks is we are approaching something that is might be even worth the Nobel Prize. Okay, we have another peak here. Look. Okay. Look at that. Look at that.
Beautiful. How many watts you think?
3 watts, 4 watts, 3 watts maybe.
How much are we giving to the system?
We're giving about 28. And here is an interesting point. We gave to the system 28 watts and we got out 3 watts. So that would be no gain. But when we switch it off, the 3 watts remains leading the light bulb. And that's what Colman is about. It is approximately 15 seconds at max activating time, and then 1 hour of 1 kilowatt. That's the proof. We had that little light bulb. This one didn't work, but we had this one, and this one burned up. It was so bright. We have that tube, and I put on the top of it my gamma radiation. I switch it off. And then I look at that copper pipe, and then that light bulb is still on. And now we may picture how it would look like the first stage of collecting the system because of the new energy sources they deliver, whether that would be electrostatic, magnetic, or nuclear. And those are the phases that possibly gonna happen. Coming back to Colman, we have a lead box. That one should give quite good protection against uh, radiation, beta definitely, gamma partially, or maybe completely. The lead box from old battery depends from the thickness, could stop it completely as well. Photons of gamma, if there are any, goes through the straight line, so even open up bags when the phase is not directly in the line of sight of it, or the body should not be affected. Supposedly, you might have a 10 kilowatt per hour, and 10 kilowatt of power is a big house.
So
So you have a tube and you do it. Now, again, I don't recommend anybody to do it. I don't talk about it. I'm just saying, because of my primitive English, I wasn't born in America. So I don't understand English very well, and I'm using improper wording for somebody who wants to grab me by the balls. So let's say, all of a sudden, we have a guy in Italy, and we have another guy in another day, and they were able to just to follow what I'm doing. On their own, that's their own responsibility. Finally, they have a device, and they talk about it in the internet and everywhere. Within a week time, we have 100,000 of people who are playing with it. Within 3 weeks, we have about 1 million people who are playing with it. And, you know, accidentally 1 million people to die, it's very hard. You know what I'm saying? Have a heart attack or have a car accident or have anything else. It's very, very difficult.
yeah, sure.
So then it's unstoppable. So,
Yes.
so the next president of Italy must be for free energy, whatever it means, because otherwise he's not going to be a president. And he cannot fight with the public. One of the choices is that I am a delusional guy. That would be one of the delusional guy. You know, something is not good. Or I really have it. If I have it, why am I giving away this way right now? Because this is the only way to make money. Let's say
Sure.
you have that device already in your table. Now you think I'm sitting on the billions of dollars.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So now somebody comes to you and say, "Hey, I'm gonna give you some money." So you say, "Well, good. How much money can you give me?" And he says, "Well,
Unlimited.
yeah, unlimited. Okay, I want to be rich." But somebody who has the money would say, "Well, I have one question for you." Yes? What is the question? Well, the question is, let's say I invest 100 millions in this magic tube or the Capenazzi device or Aqua device or
Thousand, doesn't matter.
Yeah. But then tomorrow my employees makes the first device and they try to sell it. So somebody buys that and then look inside and he knows how it works. Now he start to make it and he doesn't pay you and he doesn't pay to me. Why should I invest my own $100 million for somebody that's having it for free? And then you say, well, yeah, it's logical. And then you smile to him. You know what? I'm gonna give it for free. And if you have 6.8 billion people on the planet Earth, before everybody start to do it, I'm already rich. Right now, somebody might say, hey, we're gonna play with this and find out Wesley was delusional or Wesley was not delusional. And if we look behind me, for the part of the lab, this is only part of the lab. Yeah, Wesley is delusional. But let's check it out. Maybe he's not that stupid. He looks like somebody knocked him in the head, and then they deliver it. And if they deliver it, they start to make it. The more people makes it, there is harder for any kind of power or oil money to fight with them. How many of them they're gonna kill? You were looking as a businessman who makes money for money. Well, the easiest way is just to follow the wood, if you wish. But this is your business, not mine. How much money it is? Well, one tube like that I showed you before, the cost in China for the powder is about 3 cents, maybe 1 cent in a mass production. But let's say in America, maximum $30 per tube with everything, $30. Now, how much would people pay for it? Right? If it sells for $1,000 and people say, hey, for next 70 years, I'm going to have electricity for free, and I have to spend $1,000 one time, why not? So now, if you pour 1,000 tubes in one day, you have a $1 million. And tomorrow is another day. And you don't have to deliver it to energy company then get the money from Arabs for keeping it quiet. Simple like that. So that's one of the possible ways of solving the energy problem. At the same, make anybody happier, not happy. Make 10% of the human population be in the production of it, because 90% would likely be comfortable just to pay for it. They don't want to have these powders. You, as a businessman, you see the opportunity, you make money on it. If it's true, if Wesley is not delusional. But if Wesley is delusional, what's the problem? You didn't have free energy before, and you don't have free energy now. How much did you lose? $100 for some powders? But what if it works? You can have a $10 million within 10 days, pouring 1,000 tubes per day. Clean! That's the business. If people do it, and I do it, nobody's gonna touch me. I'm just good enough to understand. If you give away, you make your money as well. And of course, it's for good of humanity.
So what do you advise me?
What I advise you?
Yeah.
I show you something, and I claim that it works. And I work on it to develop it more. And because I think that it might be radioactive, which for security reasons I say, I don't know if it's radioactive. I may say there is radioactive, but I don't know if it's radioactive.
Yeah.
Then, well, definitely my powders are not radioactive 100%. My tube is not radioactive 100%. It is radioactive. I don't want somebody to grab me by the balls. So what I did is, in order for me to make sure that this is not radioactive, I have this device. Okay, maybe it'll be visible. Modems, but also there is a device like that, DigiDart. Hold on. Now this device is $14,000. Just this box. Okay. And thanks to help of friendly people, I've got it for less than $300. Requires a cable, and the cable by itself is $1,350. Just a cable. And this thing is connected to, hold on. Okay. This. Oh. This. Look at that. Okay, so what is that? That is a Marinelli beaker. Nothing in it. It's a special beaker. Okay, and that is high purity germanium probe. I'm gonna go like that. And this tank is for the liquid nitrogen. So it's cooling that. This device must be connected to this. And then it will give me a pure indication if this thing is radioactive or it's not. Because that thing is so big and uncomfortable, I decided to get another one. This is a portable with liquid nitrogen and that high purity germanium that will give me the indication. So how that indication would look like This is the graph. So in America, we have a legal way of buying radioactive substance and traceable to the bureau. And this is the box of radioactive stuff. You have plenty of radioactive samples. Now this is a clear shape of cesium-137. Do you see that pipe here?
Yeah.
That is behind that very heavy glass. That's the thickness of the glass, protecting you from the radiation. And I'm touching the radioactive material. Okay, cesium-137. I'm gonna put on the top of it, and let me clear it out. Now, see, it's growing. So,
Yeah.
but let me take it out. Look. Oops! Stopped! Wow, I'm holding radioactive stuff. Wow! Now I'm putting it here. This line in here is X-rays. So this line in here is X-rays, and this one is the gamma radiation. So we have a particle energy that is associated with the radioactive stuff. So when I put my Colman and Gillespie tube and I see radioactivity here, I know for sure. But so far, for the guys who want to screw me out, I'm telling, I don't know if it's radioactive. I think maybe, maybe not. Okay. So let's say you make a good money and you want to have a bigger money. Well, I don't know what you're gonna do, but if I was me, what I would do is I would check. Maybe this guy is not completely crazy, and if it works, 1,000 cube a day. You know how much it takes. Oh, I can have 10 guys just putting that powder in. You know, one is measuring. Okay, $1,000 per tube. $1,000. My cost is what? $10, $5, $3, $1,000. No, the guy doesn't want to wait in line. I charge him $2,000. Now everybody who wants makes the money on it.
Everybody.
Yeah. So it is not by selling the energy to electrical company, screw them all. It is by making a people having a choice. And when people make a choice, those people can do something. It is their life, not mine. It is their decision, not mine. I don't advise them to do it, nor I tell them to do it. Do whatever you want to, guys. This is your money. Are you gonna make people happy? No. You're gonna make people happier. That means you're gonna make people having electricity for free. That is being called free energy. Because there is no such thing as a free lunch. Energy must come from somewhere and be converted to usable form of energy. One of the better technologies is technology that was presented by Tariel Kapenadze, Georgian, from Georgia, Europe. And then by Akua, Anonymous, SR, plenty of others. And that technology works on different principles. And we have three directions. One of them is magnetic, the other one is nuclear, and the other one is electrostatics. There's three directions works.
Yeah, I know.
So why don't we have those devices yet? Because anybody who finish up and have the devices sitting on a pile of money and he wants to cash it out, but nobody wants to pay for it because nobody wants to pay for somebody, the third guy, have it for free. You pay me $10 or $10 million or $10 billion, and then you make first device, and somebody's gonna repeat it. And then you say, hey, I can have a patent for it. No, you cannot have a patent for it. Nobody's giving patents on devices that fall into the category perpetual motion.
I know.
There is no such thing as free energy. It is only free energy of charge. That's what it is. So now, it's easy way. Take your lazy butt and do something with it, or sit in front of the TV, and the life goes on.
I can't.
Okay.